Check the opening here. Yep. Okay. Bronson. Here we go. Hey, bro, can you hear me? Just checking. Check audio, microphone. Hello. Oh, it's not on. Hello, hello. Yeah, it's on.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Great, brother. All right, let's see what price is going to do, because as I was expecting, price actually went for this liquidity right here that I was kind of hoping to get from this move into my first shot. The first buy I actually took was actually right here. The price went lower, manipulated one more time, and that's when actually, boom, it went to the target that I was actually trying to get on the 1 minute. So price pushed. S&P did not push high enough, forming divergence. Notice that drop right there after that divergence was formed. So it makes sense that that's what I had in mind as well, but I didn't want it to see because I'm bullish. I want to buy, but anyways, let's see. We can probably get another setup later. I understand there's always two sizes, two sides of a coin, you know, the bullish and the bearish. So I want the price to go bullish because I'm seeing bullish scenario, but I'm also seeing a potential sell scenario. Okay? We recently swept this relative equal highs right here, and maybe price will try to go lower. Although I don't think it's going to go all the way down here, but who knows? We might actually come back low here and take this Asian lows. Again, it's not what I wanted to see. It's not what I was expecting. After this recent push overnight, pulling back to discount, which we are already in discount. We tapped 50% up in the discount. We haven't tapped that 1 hour fair value gap though. I'm going to remove the Fibonacci now. We understand now that we are tapping discount. So my job is now, because I have taken already 2 shots, I want to wait for the 3rd shot and see. Look at S&P. It's going way too deep right now. We may not even have buys today. The way I'm seeing it, look at S&P, is just way too bearish. And it's crazy because I see the stocks are actually nicely bullish looking right now. They should be pushing up. It's weird that it's actually dropping this strong. Very weird. Aha, Nasdaq entered officially now that 1 hour. So this is where it gets interesting, right? If I want to buy, I have to wait for a setup. I don't know. Let's wait for a few minutes. Look, if price in the next few minutes takes this low, that's all. I'm walking. Because it's literally what I was not expecting. They wanted to see. I don't like that S&P now. Trying to take that low. I'm not getting the sales. I'm not getting it. I'm sure a lot of ICT traders probably they did get into sales right here after this recent accumulation. Yeah, but I'd rather let sales go for today. It really wasn't my bias. But it really makes sense to probably go looking for sales right here. Now, was it the best setup? No. We had some sort of gap, weird gap right here at 925. Weird, bearish, strong selling pressure right here. That's where probably the big guys enter. Big institutions, right? When you see that in huge movement, all of a sudden, 5 minutes before the before the stocks. Well, if we take this low, that's all for me today. I'm not gonna be looking for more trades after that. Yeah, I really like this 4-hour move. Like, look at this nice push, pulling back to this 4-hour fair value gap. Notice there this push right here, nice proportion block on the 4-hour. So I was seriously looking. It was looking really good right there with a lot of momentum. I'm still not getting why they're bringing it down. I don't know, this could be a big manipulation move right there to maybe take some of these lows or induce people to continue selling. But I'm telling you, this low should be protected. The way I'm seeing it, this low should not be taken. It shouldn't. Let me see what's going to happen right here. That's the 4-hour low right there. Let's see, price is going to try to reverse from there. See this last bearish. Let's see if we close above it. Maybe that's an inversion. I could try a buy there, but I'm not that confident. Because I have one last shot now. 6, 5, 4. See how that candle will close. Close above it. So if I'm an aggressive trader, I could be buying from there and stop here. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be taking that. $11 seconds for that 5-minute candle. Let's see how that 5-minute candle closes. 3, 2, 1. That's interesting. We failed to close below this low. That's a potential bullish sign, but there's still a lot more to it, man. I'm starting to like that we are respecting the inversion. I'm not gonna think too much. Let's see. Entering because we closed above this. It's an inversion, right? It's a type of entry model. Aggressive is not my favorite type of entry model. And again, I'm entering on the 1 minute, which is not my favorite type of time frame. So there's a lot of risk into it. Plus, it's weird that we're still having strong selling pressure when I'm surprised that we're still having such a strong selling pressure when we are strongly bullish. You know? Like, what the heck? 17 minutes. Yeah, I really hate this 4-hour candle coming back down. I don't like it at all. Just filled in almost entirely this candle. It's weird. It's weird that it's happening, you know. This candle, this 4-hour candle was telling us that we were strongly bullish and we should be taking this high instead of this low. The price instead retraced, right? So it's a weird move. It's telling me that it's probably either a manipulation or maybe some sort of fundamentals would have brought the market down right here. You know, fundamental, but yeah, it's weird. We're in discount. I don't know. Anyways, this is definitely my last shot. Yep, don't like that. This is gonna be a loss if we don't bounce off of there right quick. Probably another point of entry would be like if we close above this high, it would be a good sign. Or maybe I could have entered if we close above it. But you see the struggle. It's weird. I don't know where this selling pressure is coming from. I really don't know. If we close above this, I'm gonna trail my stop. We still have this 5-minute fair value gap right here, bearish. They were kind of fighting right there. All right, we did close. I'm gonna trail. Should put it below this low. I'm still not trusting much. This buy has very low probabilities at this point. So from here, I think my buy is looking like this. My stop is currently here, trying to target me. There's a bullish block right there. So far we respected that little inversion. We created a block, so we might expect a little pullback here. It should not go any lower. Like if it really wants to go up. That's what I'm expecting here. I like the weak rejection on S&P. If you look, I think we rejected also, well, yeah. There's a bunch of imbalances right here. We're respecting this one anyways. So I think this was a big manipulation. If we do come back all the way to the top, this whole freaking move right there, it was a whole freaking manipulation move. That it shouldn't have done it. That was a big manipulation move. Potentially. Because I'm telling you, like, I don't see a reason. Look at this. Tesla is already 4%. This shit should be flying. Nasdaq should be flying. That was a big ass manipulation move to the downside. So I'm glad I'm taking the buy position again. Well, let's see. Anyways, they can bring it down. I mean, we don't control. We definitely have no control in the markets. They can bring it down one more time if they want. But this I can see the shit going on, right? This was a whole freaking manipulation right there. Big manipulation. Like right before the stocks. So following that 1 hour, respect, inversion. You see, when you trade on the 1 minute, you could be more surgical, right? You can get a very early entry, but still, I'm not a favorite one. It's the 1 minute time frame day. It's more, how can I say? It's more, it's more hectic, it's just too much. It gives me a heart attack almost all the time. Do get up all the way. This was definitely a nasty, deep pullback right there. That's the 4 hour looking. Yeah, you see? Well, how do I know it's a manipulation move? Because with this bullish 4 hour candle, the probabilities are that the next 4 hour candle is going to take this high instead of this low. So this low should be, in theory, should be respected, but they brought it down. They swept this low and retracing back up. So 10 minutes for that 4 hour candle to close. We can still shift around, right? Because we now took the low of that 4 hour candle and we're retracing back up. We're failing to close below this low. So like, we should see a move like that. We should take this low, this high now. Here, LDN is this big move right here. We have a bearish block. The series of candles could be a bearish block. So if we come back down here, I'm out. Like if this thing, as I'm saying, they control this. We don't. If price comes back down here, like back to 50% of where my stop loss is, I might close it again. Might just cut losses again. I like this accumulation. Because again, that says that this is a nice target. We're probably going to go to sweep these highs. $5 minute, 15-minute. See, 15-minute at least is less choppy. The changing the state of delivery would be here on the 15-minute. The 5-minute, the changing the state of delivery, you see series of candles that change this very far away. We have no change in the state of delivery yet, but we do have an inversion on the 5-minute. So far we had an inversion on the 1-minute, which is the one I traded, right? The 1-minute. And now we have a potential inversion on the 5 that we could have also traded, placing a buy here. This low should be protected. We're coming up from discount now, understanding that after this recent impulse, we'll pull back to discount, higher time frame 1 hour fair value gap. Yeah, my technical is telling me we should go up. I'll send this picture here to the team. Let's wait for this 4-hour candle. So 5-minute, I want to see how we're going to close that 4-hour there. I can still expect some sort of like maybe pullback or struggle a little bit here to then try to push. It's 113 pips. It's really not much. For Nasdaq, it's really not that big of a deal. Not many pips. So it should be a good target for the day. I do want to reach this accumulation here. There you go. Showing momentum. Three minutes. So far, I like that nice rejection, that big wick. I like it. That rejection so far is telling me I'm right. Yeah, probably right. I like this week. Yeah, I like the whole The whole structure, I like it. Definitely was not the easiest one. Understanding we went all the way down to OTE, took that 4-hour candle low manipulation. Yeah, I'm looking forward to an expansion, a much bigger. I could leave a runner all the way to the top if I, because my entry was small anyways. I've been trading small today. Just barely risking $100 per trade, but the cut, whenever I was cutting losses, I was just closing, you see, cutting losses. Anyways, I do like what I'm seeing. I like this 1-hour candle. I mean, 15-minute candle. Let's hope we can continue closing. We can close above this candle high. Okay. And that'll be all pretty much from here. I will just hold. You trading Nasdaq today as well, Bronson, or you're not? You're just watching?
No, just watching.
Just watching? Okay. Okay, okay. Let's see how this thing. I like that push. Come on. Let's go. 40 seconds. Mhm. Yeah, well, that can. This is telling me definitely was a big manipulation. Now let's see what the 4-hour, next 4-hour, we should expand. We seriously should expand higher. It may come down probably to fill some of this week, but eventually, like, we should expand higher. 2% NVIDIA, pushing. We should create a little much. I want to see a much bigger wick right here. Rejection. But the stocks are really looking bullish. So there was definitely no reason why I dropped other than just manipulate. So I like that. Yeah, we're more than halfway up, so that means stops must be on break even. I should take some partials, by the way, from here. It's just small anyways. Close 50. Let's go. Almost 50. I'll hold all the way to the top. I'll see how it goes once price reaches this high right here anyways. Yeah, it's looking good. Anyways, so far, good. You have any questions, Bronson, about this setup? Did you understand why I was so, let's say not stubborn, but why I was like convinced that price had potential to go up? Do you understand that? Or is it?
I get it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Great, brother.
Yeah.
That's the most important. It doesn't matter if you took the entry or not, as long as you understand why, why I was so into buys that it was probably a matter of time. Price needed to do something. What is it that he needed to do? I knew that we would probably needed to go to discount. Not all the time goes to discount. Not all the time. Because I've seen sometimes the price just it doesn't need to go to all the time to 50%. Most likely will, but it doesn't need to.
Yeah.
So if I have to control is how many times I'm going to get stopped out, right? How many shots I'm going to be taking until then, until that happens. So sometimes if we let a trade go, you will regret that later on, right? If you let it go and it turns out the price actually does go your direction, oh, you're gonna feel kind of upset, like, oh shit, I should have taken it. But as long as you're within your shots, you give yourself 2 to 3 shots a day, right? And you see an opportunity, at least you're having a change in the state of delivery. The price is stopping a higher time for fair value gap. And the only thing you're probably missing is that it's not a discount. You can take the shot. You can risk probably less than you should if you were in discount. You can trade. You can risk less. You can take the shot. You can say, "Hey, it's my first shot, my first opportunity. I want to try. I want to take the risk." We're traders. We're supposed to. We take trades. We take risk every time, right? We take risk every single day. So I'm not saying go ahead and just try to blow or just flip your account in one single trade. No, just simple. Take the shot. It's your first shot. Take it. Oh, it didn't play out because it's what I actually had in mind. Probably price just pushed up a little bit to take some of this liquidity and then actually ended up dropping. Big manipulation. We were able to understand that this whole move, it was a manipulation.
Yep.
That was a manipulation. See? So it took a while to understand what price was doing, and we entered after that big manipulation that happened after 9:30. So if we're able to understand that and see that, we have very good chances. Of course, understanding what the price just did. Okay, we are in discount. We are tapping higher time frame PD array. You can trade a change in the state or you can trade an inversion, right? There are different type of entry models. One is more aggressive than the other, but you will have to decide what do you want to do that particular day. Some days you're going to feel more aggressive. Some days you're going to feel more conservative. You don't want to risk much. You see, but it's you. At the end of the day, you're going to have to decide what you want to be, what you want to do, or what entry model do you want to take. You don't feel confident with the inversion. It's not my favorite. I have to say, it's really not my favorite type of entry model. The inversion fair value gaps. That I want to say that's the most aggressive type of ones, right? So I did enter on. I could have entered right there. As soon as that candle closed, boom, I could have taken the shot very early, right? I waited a little bit more, you saw. I just waited until I saw some momentum right there going on. Then I entered. But I had already the sign. What was the sign? That candle. This one candle closing up 50% above the close, above the 50% of this bearish fair value gap, the last bearish one. Inversion. Just notice price pulled back, actually did tap this, never closed below. I hate when, let's say I place my stop loss here. As soon as let's say I enter here and I place my stop loss here, when price comes back down, close below my inversion, that's a sign for me to get out because there's no respecting, right? That inversion. So it's, why would I continue holding? So for me, it's a sign of disrespect. So out. At least right now, well, we did not close below. We did close below 50%. We did not close entirely. So we actually, it did bounce after that nicely. I could have made another entry right here, by the way. I could have made another buy. Let's establish it. But no, like I didn't want it to risk much anyways for today. But yeah, as long as, as it makes sense, it's good, brother. So that's it. I'm just gonna leave the position here, and I gotta go pick up my daughter now from school, and I'll come back later on to see what happened. I'll be monitoring from my phone.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome, brother. So again, if you have any doubts later, just let me know, brother. All right.
You got it.
Perfect. Take care, brother. Thank you for your time. I'll see you later. Cheers, brother.